He hasn't asked himself, how much leaves our continent to his country? He hasn't asked himself that. They think it's just charity. It is not. At the right time, we'll also take action.
Ghana, Yen Mampanyini Abedichiri, the Vice President, Her Excellency Professor Jenana Upoku Ajimain. Wane additional mu free a year United States of America. So upon a friend say Harvard University. Edi ehyemu ewo a year Ghana mayimu aban kese mu Jubilee House. Na wano omu edi ehyemu no na eja obi na promote to ho no se adisuafo no ewo nsembisa bi ombeso mu bisa na omu embusa na nsembisa ni mu no na adisuafo ni bi mu ebisa se ye pekwan be fa so bi man betimi ade no ho na watimi agina brane na enso so no asada ne de nyina dan brofo no mu enam ne wakasa yi United States of America, Agency of International Development, USAID. Some no case Donald Trump or your mom penny say, one shaman yam fasika be a few manimu, and was so a year a money be a asane. And no na Ghana, your mom penny be the chile, a year no which we say, if we asked the benkum jali nifa. 90 fans so jali bunkum. And Tino say, oh, sorry, now so more the bois or my bino, won't farm one be ma. And yes, our my chrono so a wakonya so no so more, no so de bois one, or no so beshe, na one so a jaye, na or the cocobon some ne kodiama a year or Donald Trump.
So you see, we have a long way to go to become visible, not just for ourselves, but for a cause. And that cause is to make many more people visible. So I know I'm rushing, but each one will take a whole day. I know you don't have a whole day. Somebody's asking about the outside world and foreign aid. And I've heard the president of the country you are studying in slashing aid. You see, one of the questions we have now, he hasn't asked himself, how much leaves our continent to his country? He hasn't asked himself that. They think it's just charity. It is not. At the right time, we'll also take action. And it will not be funny. If a fraction of the things from our continent stayed, we'll have no problem with our youth. We'll have no problem with sanitation. Children begging in the streets. Women delivering on the floor. It will not happen. And nobody will dare call us third world country. Okay. Climate action, you own the factories. Who is responsible for all the trouble we are all in? Was it at I've forgotten the city in South Africa. No, South America. When the agreement in the 70s was signed, who pulled out? You know, I know. Now all of a sudden, we are responsible for less than 5%, and it's like we should carry the burden. We should all carry the burden, and we should look at where the whole thing starts, and let people take responsibility, and stop passing on their responsibility to the people they are disenfranchising. We need everybody's voice. You are from Harvard School of Kennedy School and MIT. We need your voices too. Now you see how everybody is boycotting the things your country is producing. Why is the world angry? That's a good question. And again, it will take a whole day to interrogate that. But it's a symptom of what has been going on for too long. How can one country, Niger was profiting by its own, is it one of the minerals? Yes. Every kilo, they got 83 cents. And they turn around and sell it for 200 euros. Niger said enough. Within 1 year, they used to get 1 billion or so. Now they're getting over 10 billion. How can they fix their country? So, and in terms of bringing the country together, their identity, and I've trace where things started, as Achebe put it in one of his novels, where the rain began to beat us, to the extent that even young girls don't know what is beautiful. Somebody's deciding that for them. How will their confidence build up? And all the domination and intimidation and so on, they don't help us very much. But we also learn it from the school and the church. They've been very good agents at robbing us of who we truly are. When you look down on your language, you look down on yourself. Your culture, everything there is of the devil, or whatever they call it. It's a very, very negative, the both connotations are negative, denotations are negative, and that is one area where the two negatives don't become a positive. So it's something we need to strive at. Once certain things are popularized and praised above existing, then you've also mentally become very dependent. And it's a hard road to freedom, as Nelson Mandela says. But it's a road nonetheless, and we should travel that road, however difficult. To my lady whose dream somebody killed, I'm sorry about that, by telling you to be a man when you weren't. I'm sure now you know differently. And your experience alone can help other young people not to be intimidated by these requests, because they don't help anybody. So your experience alone is a positive thing. Now, it's just that, let's look at for how long we've had presidents. And before then, how were we ruling ourselves? And you can let them know, and it dovetails into the second question, but I'll come to that later. I see powerful women everywhere, and not necessarily at the top of affairs. We can draw from their strengths, we can use their examples, and not for anyone to feel that because you were born a woman and you want to support women, you should become, if you're a man, you should become a woman. I don't know how that helps. It's just something you have seen that is fair, that is not fair, that you are talking about in order to change it to affect many people. So I would like to say that, yes, we like the children, we like our homes, we love our people, and there's nothing wrong with that. And whether you are, presidents have families too. So whatever we define as African feminism, I know that area has been of high contention. The theories are many. This feminism and that feminism and the other feminism. What are we talking about? We need to go back to the drawing table. And we need to know what's the history of all of that. Where did it start?